Hello, I'm James Devonshire, part of the editorial team here at The Manufacturer, and I am here at Manufacturing and Engineering Week. We are live from Birmingham. I am with Steve Penver, who is Group Head of Digital Integration at Babcock International. Steve, hello.
Hi, James.
Fantastic to see you. You spoke at Manufacturing Digitalisation Summit earlier. Can you please just give us a flavour of what your talk was about?
Yeah, so data and digital is a key part of our strategy, and I want to share some of the experiences we have and the insights that we've done in terms of digital twin and how we're evolving our strategy, not just for us, but also with our customers and our partners.
So digital twins themselves, how are they, or how is the technology maturing? How is it being used, and where is it being used? And is deployment getting more widespread? Are we seeing a lot more of it?
Yeah, so I think digital twins are maturing at a really fast pace, mainly because the enabling technologies are really advancing. So things like IoT, big data platforms, the use of analytics allows us to collect more data about the assets themselves and analyze that and put it into the appropriate context, which allows us to make much, much better decisions on not just the assets that we support as a business, but when we look at our whole infrastructure, our supply chain, it allows us to make much more better decisions and start to model our business so that we can optimize our services and our proposition.
In terms of digital twin benefits, what benefits do digital twins bring for the supply chain and the end customer?
So the benefits are wide-ranging and increasing, actually. So from an initial perspective, being to truly understand how an asset operates, its material state, and even predict how it might operate in the future in terms of potentials of failure, allows us to then inform our supply chain and model our supply chain to be able to respond to the use and operation of the assets in a much, much better way. And as we bring digital twins together, so these operate at a very fine-grained level for individual systems, but also as we compose twins together, we can start to look at the whole asset or platform. If you get complex platforms such as warships and submarines that we support, for instance, right through to fleet, but also model that against supply chain. So we're creating digital twins of our supply chain and our organisation and resources so we can drive enterprise performance.
Brilliant. Okay, in terms of Babcock International, how are Babcock using digital twins?
So a number of reasons, as I said. We utilise them to understand the assets that we support, but also start to digital twin our own infrastructure and enterprises so that we can plan our maintenance and manage our resources most effectively. We're also looking to work in partnership with our customers so we can understand the broader digital ecosystem that we play a part in as part of the defence domain or the emergency services domain, which allows us to be much more responsive to our customer needs, much more agile and flexible in the way that we operate.
Perfect, okay. In terms of challenges, what challenges exist in regards to digital twins and I guess their implementation?
Yeah, so I think there's a number of challenges and a lot of those are technically driven around how we scale architectures, and particularly where we operate, which is in critical national infrastructure, highly regulated environments. So things like security, IP protection become a challenge, but they can be overcome. I think one of the big challenges, though, is around digital skills and resources. And how we, as digital twins and digital capability becomes part of business as usual, how do we upskill our resources? How do we bring talent into the business and retain talent is key to our success. And we spend an awful lot of time in creating the right digital culture and the environment to attract those skills so that we can deliver those digital services.
Finally, how do you see digital twin technology evolving going forward?
Oh, that's becoming evolving really, really quickly. One, because we can now scale at a hyper level, and so the onset of cloud computing, the computing capabilities that we have, the analytics, the introduction of things like large language models allow us to really, truly understand the performance of the assets in the context of their operation. And we can now synthesize that on a much larger scale with much greater realism and fidelity. That allows us to make much, much better decisions around the assets that we support and how we organise ourselves as an organisation to deliver the services that we provide and support those assets.
Yeah, so exciting future for digital twins then.
It is very much an exciting future, operating at a very fast pace.
Steve, thank you very much for joining us.
You're very welcome.